Am I the butthole for kicking my cousin off of my sister's wedding Zoom call? My 27 male, older sister, 30 female, and her fiancé, 31 male, were planning for over a year for their wedding to be this month. Obviously, they can't have the wedding as planned, but they still would like to get married, so they decided on a Zoom wedding where all of the family/friends would just call in to watch the officiant, my sister, and her fiancé. My sister didn't want to be in charge of hosting the Zoom call because she thought it would stress her out, so she asked me to and I gladly accepted. She and her fiancé decided to invite everyone they originally wanted to, and it was a very big list. When we were going over the list, my sister mentioned to me that she wanted everyone else to be muted for the majority of the wedding as she was worried that others would talk over her and her fiancé and overshadow them on their big day that was already scaled down. However, her and her fiancé said that I should unmute everyone at one point so everyone could talk and have a nice time with each other. Fast forward to the day of the wedding, everyone is muted during the ceremony, which goes great, and so I then unmute everyone and ask to please raise a hand if they'd like to talk so it doesn't get confusing. My cousin, around my age, starts waving his hand crazily, and he's with his longtime girlfriend, also similar age I guess. He's a very gregarious guy, so I was not surprised. Then, he says stuff like, "My sister, and her husband, are such an inspiration, it's given me the courage to do this." Then turns to his girlfriend and pulls out a box that is the size of an engagement ring box. I immediately saw this as him trying to steal the spotlight, something that he's done since we were kids. He would secretly mess up my sister and I's drawings if the adults would praise ours, and booted him off of the call. Then I quickly announced that my cousin had technical difficulties and would not be joining again. Everyone else accepted this and went about talking, and my sister and her husband did too. The rest of the wedding went smoothly, except for the fact that my cousin kept texting me angrily saying that he finally wanted to propose as a surprise with family all around and I ruined it. My aunt and an uncle texted me the same. Am I the butthole? NTA, maybe a little if he muted his cousin and then disabled the camera, and let him sit there wondering why he had no camera and audio. Nah, even then he would be not the butthole edit to correct gender, sorry. He would definitely still be NTA, there's a time to do what his cousin was going to do and that certainly wasn't it. Professor Oak's words echoed there's a time and place for everything, but not now. Whenever I hear this phrase I just get Pokemon deja vu. Op is a male, by the way. That would be awesome. Let he think the proposal was perfect when no one could see or hear them. Also, people need to learn to not purpose at someone else's wedding unless they have permission from the bride and groom. It bothers me that someone would think it's okay to purpose at someone else's wedding, not cool. And yes, I agree, great save from Op. The NTA. I'd go further and say you're a socially inappropriate if you even ask. It's just not about you on that day, period, and making it about you even with permission is still inappropriate. Even if the bride and groom don't have strong feelings about it, it isn't their job to ensure that all the guests are there only to celebrate them. That's the job of each guest no matter what the bride and groom say. The bride and groom shouldn't ever have to decide whether their own wedding is going to be only about them or not. The guests should be trusted to do that as a gift to the bride and groom no matter what the couple's feelings are. And gift probably isn't the right word because they're entitled to it. Everyone is there to celebrate them and for no other reason. They deserve that no matter how easygoing they may be. It's effing lazy, rude and cheap too. The couple spent God knows how much for that day and hours planning, and instead of spending your own money and planning your own party for your own relationship, you ask if you can mooch on the couple's money and planning and share their day. The audacity is unreal. The rudeness of something like that goes beyond the kindness and generosity of the bride and groom. The definition of tacky. Have a nice dinner party with both family sets to propose if it's important for them to be there. To be fair, it's not that easy with real-life weddings. Seeing in my inner eye how a bridesmaid is doing a 2-foot tackle on a dude about to go down on one knee in front of another guest. 2-foot tackle might not be ideal in a dress, I guess. But well. Got to leave it all on the field for those big game moments. NTA. Thank God you did that. Your cousin has issues. Who would propose at another person's wedding? That's the definition of overshadowing that your sis didn't want. If I were your sister, I wouldn't even know how to thank you. Who would do that? A self-centered butthole, that's who. It's a Zoom wedding too, the lowest effort proposal ever, right? It just sounds incredibly awkward to receive a proposal in front of a webcam, with an audience, in your own home, as a surprise. Is it just me? Could be, but I would definitely not have been prepared if my husband had proposed suddenly, in front of all his relatives, while trying to distance party. BTW for anyone else Zoom wedding, I suggest a live stream with a hosted Discord server, voice only, instead of Zoom, perhaps with chat rooms set up like reception tables if there are so many guests. You could even have a room titled Messages to the Couple where tipsy guests at home in their pajamas can go in and ramble their congrats and well wishes to a recorded channel, or a Zoom for just that if you prefer video messages. But that is simply my preference as a would-be guest that is a bit camera shy. Edit to add, just thinking how I'd plan my Zoom wedding, and I would also have a peanut gallery voice chat where the people closest to us could chat about us, like how great we look, how happy we are, that time tequila got the best of us and we lost the bouncy house deposit, etc. That would be an awesome mystery science theater like voice overlay special feature for the wedding video. Zoom wedding proposal. It's all the tackiness of a wedding proposal without the benefits of nice gowns, food, champagne and a band. Spill it, what did y'all do to the bouncy house? Inquiring minds need to know. Yup. That was our /oddly specific Reddit link. I'm guessing they drank too much tequila and threw up in it. I would have said no just because. Try again when you are actually going to put effort in. I have very low requirements for an engagement. But effort is one of them, also not in a restaurant, we work in them and spend our days in one, don't want to be proposed to in one lol. It's not so much low effort that would make me say no, hell, I proposed to my husband with an email because I'm socially awkward and I knew I could write it more eloquently than I could verbally ask, and we still look at the email from time to time. The no for me would be a result of asking at an utterly inappropriate time. Not the right time. I'm watching a wedding, and doesn't she look beautiful? Great dress choice. I cannot wait to see the cake come out. I bet he's super excited to dance with his new wife in that dress. She's just stunning in it. And I'd just carry on until people stopped looking at me. Me and my wife just kind of had a conversation about it and we decided it was probably for the best. Right? So low effort. One of my close friends streamed his wedding on Facebook earlier this month. People could emote and make comments, but there was no ability to talk over what was going on. It also created a video of the ceremony they can look at any time with all of their friends wishing them the best in the background. I think my favorite comment was when the officiant asked them whether they liked their significant other more than their favorite food and someone commented, "My friend, is far yummier than Mexican food." Wait. You're allowed to have bouncy houses at a wedding? My mind is blown. I've seen them, mostly in low-cost backyard weddings. The excuse for uptight family is for the children in the family, but always ends up with drunken bridesmaids and groomsmen bouncing late into the night. You can get them for no reason at all. Adult bouncy houses are so great. Downvoting until I get my bouncy house explanation. It's funny because everyone on Reddit, apparently, agrees that this is tacky AF and usually done because the instigator is self-centered and can't stand the spotlight being off them. Specific circumstances withstanding, of course, but in general. It's funny how no one comments the opposite, to the effect of "I would totally do that." I don't see the problem with it. And we all know exactly why, because deep down, they do know it's inappropriate and everyone and their mother will read them the riot act if they do it. These people know how effed it is, and they do it anyway in hopes that no one will say anything. To me, weddings are so beautiful and joyous that the idea of trying to take that away from the couple to make it about yourself without their approval is obviously repugnant, but there are so many stories about it on Reddit. I think the worst two were: 1, the guy who snuck in his own officiant and stood up to give a toast but instead said, "Guess what, it's a double wedding now," and proceeded to get married during the reception, and then said that the couple was only upset because they lacked critical thinking skills, and also he was offended when Reddit told him he should pay for half their wedding costs. And 2, the girl who tried to steal her sister's wedding date and dream venue that had a 3-year waiting list. When the sister refused, she tried faking a text from the wedding planner to the venue telling them to switch the contract over, if I recall correctly, egged the sister's car, then attempted to crash the wedding and throw mud on the bride's dress, thankfully getting body slammed by the mo. Jesus Christ. That's being a total crap, not just in butthole. I need to learn more about the last wedding. It sounds amazing. I can't find the Reddit post about it. If you have a moment, could I kindly ask for your help to find it? Thanks. So it was a series of posts and some things have been removed, but I think I found the 3 posts telling the whole story. Please read the PhD graduation story too, linked in the first wedding post, but I also linked here. That one is even more upsetting to me, I think, because the sister actually succeeded in derailing the graduation in front of ops colleagues and damaging the memento. Graduation story. Web link. My friend had a destination wedding and someone did that. Ruined so much of the day for her. So selfish. Based on the amount of posts about this exact topic on this sub, I'm guessing it's pretty common, unfortunately. Why anyone would think this is kosher is beyond me though. I really thought this was common knowledge to not propose at someone else's wedding. Why anyone would think this is kosher is beyond me though. Maybe they got a rabbi to approve it. I'm guessing the bride knew that original post would be the perfect toastmaster to handle issues like this. Good job. Sounds as if cousin got those manners from home, NTA, op. The next worst thing is to announce the date of your wedding at someone else's wedding. I feel like pregnancy announcements are tied with proposals too. Next worst thing is a pregnancy reveal. Then comes announcing your date, which is on the same rung of the crappiness ladder as doing a gender reveal at another's wedding. Acted quickly and saved the day. Spot on. How do people not understand that you do not steal somebody else's celebration for your own grandiose moment? It is the epitome of rude. Not the butthole good on you for looking out for your sister. Your cousin is an attention or that deserved to be kicked out. So inappropriate to take away from your sister's big day, especially since it's already small since a pandemic. Despicable. Your cousin needs to grow up. I would be pissed if my boyfriend proposed to me on a freaking Zoom call. Exactly, original post probably saved 2 weddings. This comment needs to be higher. The cousin's girlfriend already knows he was about to propose. Not only does she know it was going to be a crafty proposal, but she also knows that he failed at it. If someone proposed to me at a Zoom wedding, I'd pretend I didn't hear anything and continue to be happy for the bride, where the attention should be. I would disconnect the call myself. I kind of want to know what the girlfriend's reaction was shaping up to be before they got booted. Same haha. We need to know this, laughing my butt off. Not only a Zoom call, an already low-key Zoom wedding. I would be furious and probably boot us off myself to go yell at him. I'm pretty sure original post means that his cousin's girlfriend was with him in person, but yeah, that would still be whack. Let's not forget that Op's sister also played a role in saving her own wedding. If she had not admitted that she was too stressed out to moderate the Zoom meeting, original post wouldn't have been the moderator, and thus he wouldn't have been able to act on his quick thinking. So good job, sister, for working up the courage to admit that you were too stressed to handle multiple things at the same time and asking original post for help. Word. I'm absolutely rubbish at asking for help, so this spoke to me. Despicable is right. NTA. Sounds like his parents are to blame since they're berating their nephew for not letting him get the chance to be a dipstick instead of berating him for being a dipstick. Wouldn't it be attention whore if you're trying to censor it? NTA. That was probably the best unintended outcome of the wedding being virtual. Imagine if it had been in person, you'd have had to tackle his dumb ass, lol. Good for you. I'm sure it's annoying that you have to deal with his texts and those of his obviously biased parents. But just be thankful that you're not posting on here, am I the butthole for not stopping my cousin's proposal at my sister's wedding? Oh no, kind of wish that would happen and be videoed. Would be a great watch. In this special day. Oh no you don't. Pain train incoming, chugga chugga choo choo to the ground. I have no doubt original post would have kept across that reception and knocked him TF out if I'm honest. NTA. That's the WWE SmackDown crap I need in my life. Just a Montague of dicks being tackled during receptions. I don't know why it auto-corrected montage to that, but whatever, I'll keep it, cause a Montague of Dick sounds like a cool band. From the sound of it, original post would have tackled his ass like a true MMA grappler and then proceeded to make the cousin tap out. Great job, Op, you did so well, you are a great sibling. Also, who the hell proposes during a Zoom wedding? That's honestly really cringe-worthy. Original post might have even saved their cousin's reputation with family and the girlfriend. NTA, of course. This. Can you just imagine what would have happened if it was held in person? They'd be running up to the mic to announce their proposal. I'd love to see a takedown video laughing my butt off. Thank you for watching. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube. And share them with your friends. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. We welcome your comments below. Another of our videos will begin shortly.